My name is Evan Phillips, and I'm the developer of the Phillips tennis method. And basically, the Phillips tennis method is designed to take players, especially young players, from the very beginning level all the way up to the tournament level. And there are two parts to the Phillips tennis method. In the first part, the beginner is taught very simple strokes. Basically, the strokes are flat, and there's an emphasis on the body weight going forward. For example, in this forehand, the weight goes forward and the stroke is fairly flat. The reason I use flat strokes with beginners is because I have found that when new players, especially very young players, are taught topspin too early, especially with loopy follow-throughs that come up over the neck, I find that they have a very hard time controlling the ball, and they end up just lobbing it high in the air. And basically it takes them a very long time to learn how to control the ball so that they can play. And you see these sort of strokes with young players where they're being told to come up on the ball, and they're falling backwards, and they're trying to hit backhands, and everything is coming up, but they don't really understand the concept of topspin. And as a result, they just have a hard time controlling the ball. So in the beginning of the Phillips tennis method, they're taught to just swing with flat shots, emphasizing the body weight going into the shot as they hit the ball. Part two of the Phillips tennis method is adding the more sophisticated or elaborate shots like topspin. So topspin is added to the forehand, topspin to the backhand, some underspin on the backhand side. And by the time the players get to this stage, they understand how to hit the ball, they have fairly good control, and it's fairly easy for them to learn to add these new enhancements to their game. I'd now like, as a means of showing this to you, I'd like to introduce two of my younger students. I have Harsh Parikh, who is 7 years old, and his brother Yash, who is 10, and I'd like to bring them in right now. Harsh is 7 years old, and he's been playing for about a year and a half. He's started to play in some satellite tournaments. He's actually won a couple of beginner tournaments. And here in Tucson, Arizona, we have these satellites for beginning students, and they work very, very well. They're a very good way of introducing the new, especially the younger players, to the game. This is Yash. Yash is Harsh's older brother. Yash is 10, and he's been playing tennis for about 3.5 years. About a year ago, Yash was ranked #1 in the 10 and unders in the Southwest section of the USTA, and he's moved up to the 12s, and he's now competing in the 12s, even though he's still eligible for the 10s, and he's already won some tournaments in the 12 and unders. And both of these kids started out using the Phillips tennis method, where they learned to hit the ball pretty flat. Hershey still hits the ball very flat. Yash has progressed to where he's using a top spin, an underspin, maybe a bit of open stance on his ground strokes. And what I'll do is demonstrate to you how the flat method works and how it progresses into the more advanced form. So we'll start out with Harsh hitting some balls. All right, here's Harsh hitting beginner shots, and this is basically how he started with his flat shots, trying to get his weight into the ball. Okay, Hershey, here we go. So rack it back, step, swing, and freeze. Very nice. Again, rack it back, step, swing, and freeze. Excellent. Rack it back, step, swing, and freeze. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to try that on the backhand. Rack it back, step, swing, and freeze. Good. Rack it back, step, swing, and freeze. Excellent. Rack it back, step, nice easy swing, and freeze. Very good. The next thing we worked on once Hershey was hitting balls was a little bit of movement. And this is where we introduced what I call the two-step, where he moved the foot closest to the ball first, then his front foot, and then hit the ball. And what this did was it gave him the feeling of moving around and then stopping and hitting, which is what he does basically when he's playing. So let's see how that works. Okay, you're going to move that right foot first, back and back, right foot, left foot, swing, and recover. Excellent. Back and back, right foot, left foot, swing, and recover. And right foot, left foot, swing, and recover. Okay, let's do it on the backhand. This time we're going to move the left foot first. Left foot, right foot, swing, recover. Good. And left foot, right foot, very nice. And one more, back it back. Left foot, right foot, weight forward, and swing. Good. And basically we can see how Hershey here is hitting through the ball fairly flat. He's using his body weight, and he has a fairly simple time of controlling the ball. And this didn't take him very long to get to this stage. I would say it took maybe 2 or 3 months. And then once we started moving, we started rallying back and forth. So right now I'm going to go in to show how this stage moves on to a stage where he can actually start rallying. And once the kids start rallying and they can get a serve in the court, they can actually start playing in competitions. Ready to go? Okay. And now Hirsch is going to hit balls back and forth just as if he was playing a point. Very nice. And notice how he's getting the racket back early. He's getting his weight into the ball and swinging through it. Very nice. Okay. Good. And at this level, Hirsch can start playing in tournaments. Actually, he's going to play his first 10 and under USTA tournament in about 2 weeks' time. So it'll be very interesting to see how he goes. Good. Okay, Hirsch, let's hit 2 more. Very nice. And 1 more on that backhand. Excellent. Very good. Okay? Okay, so we can see how relatively easy it was for Hirsch to hit the ball using simple flat strokes, using his body weight as he was hitting. Now Hirsch only hits in this manner right now, and I would estimate that sometime within the next 3 to 6 months I'm going to add top spin, a little bit of underspin, some slice to his serve, work on his volleys, make those a little bit more sophisticated so he'll be able to compete at a higher level in tournaments. Now Hirsch's brother Yash already does that, so what I'm going to show you now is how Yash progressed using the Phillips tennis method from the relatively simple flat shots to the more sophisticated shots that you see on the tour today. So basically in part 1 of my method, the kids look like they hit the ball the way Jimmy Connors used to hit it, the way Chris Evert used to hit it. In part 2 of the method, they look more like Roger Federer or Andy Roddick, that kind of stroke production. So we'll take a look at Yash now. Okay. And here is Yash, and he is using the flat strokes, which he learned in part 1 of my teaching system, the Phillips tennis method. You can see him using his weight, moving to the ball, hitting straight through the ball, hitting the ball the way Jimmy Connors used to hit it, just flat, straight through it. Okay, let's see some backhands. Excellent. So this is the part 1 of the Phillips tennis method, where the strokes are flat, very simple. Okay. Okay, Yash, I'm going to have you go now to topspin. Okay, so here's Yash's forehand, where he hits topspin with a windshield wiper motion. Okay, and this is basically the forehand he uses when he's playing right now. Okay, a little topspin in your backhand, Yash. Okay, and again, and topspin there. Okay, and again, weight in. All right. Now, even though he's hitting topspin, he's still trying to get his body weight into the shot so he's not falling back as he's hitting. Let's see a couple of slice backhands, yeah? Okay, and there's Yash's slice, which he can also use to change his pace when he needs to. Okay. All right. Time that ball for me. Excellent. Now let's go back to the top spin forehand. Yes. And again, nice and smooth. Get your weight into it. And again. Okay. And we'll have a little open stance now. Get that right foot over. There you go. So on the wide balls, Yash will sometimes use an open stance. It's a little bit more advanced in how he hits. Okay, and now I'll go back to the basic flat shots again. Okay, and basically you can see how simple it is to switch from a flat forehand, say, another flat one, okay, into a topspin forehand. And once Yash started making this transformation, he didn't have any trouble at all. And it took him a very short period of time to get comfortable with using topspin. Yeah, let's hit 2 more, Yash. Very nice. Hit 1 more, and up and through. Okay, great. Well, I'd like to say thank you to my 2 young students, to Hershey and Yash, both of whom I expect to be extremely good tennis players and hopefully to play well enough to play on tour. And I hope I've been able to show the teaching method I used, how powerful it is, yet it's very simple and it works very, very well. Practically every student I have been able to handle it very easily and basically play good tennis in a fairly short period of time. Thanks so much for watching.